Hello guys, welcome to my first video. Today I want to talk to you about a gun I've been using for just over the past few days, and the gun is the hand cannon called Bubonico. Now this gun is unlocked the Master Rank 13, and you might think if you're a new player this is quite high, but really you can achieve it in around a week or so. Now why am I talking about this gun? Well, I just unlocked my steel path, and I was looking for guns to use, and I didn't want to use the Kuvazar or Kuvabrama because personally I found them to be quite boring. Um, and well, they are explosives all the way through. I mean, they only do explosive apart from the Kuvazar, which also has a slash, but they're also very ammo restrictive. Now, the Bubonico, it's the hand cannon, and you can acquire its blueprint by going to the dojo lab, or the bio lab in the dojo room, and its crafting materials are not too expensive. Mutagen mass, I will feel like it's the most rare material in this list, because iron crystals are pretty easy to find the void, and the rest are just random common materials. Mutagen mass can be acquired by buying the blueprint for it in the biolab dojo room, and it's not that hard to craft anyways. It just takes, I think it's 12 hours each. So if you want to get this gun and you're like master rank 10, 11, you might be wanting to farm those materials up. Now, this is the Bubonic, right? So let's go over it a little bit. Let's go to an unranked build. So accuracy 25, fall off 24.2 to 52.2. This is per pellet, and they are 14 pellets right now. By the way, taking in mind every single one of these stats is per pellet. The fire rate is 3.07, which is not too bad, but just for like quality of life improvements, you might want to bump that up. Personally, I'm using Wisp, so I really don't have that much trouble due to my first ability. But if you're not, you might want to slap on a mod. Now remember, this gun by itself is the beast. I'm gonna show you some footage in Steel Path later on, but this gun by itself, even if like you're doing the normal star chart, it's a beast and it's so fun to use. That's why one of the reasons I'm gonna be using it for quite a while. Multi-shot of 7.0. This is each pellet, right? So before I said 14, that was after mods. Before mods, it's 7.0. It's alarming, and it has a almost 2-meter punch through, which means you will be able on some occasions to shoot through walls. Not always though, so keep this in mind. If you're really one of those players that like to shoot through walls, you might need mods for that. Reload speed 1.5. This has so the Bubonico, it's I'll show you later on, but just to give you a heads up, it's it doesn't have an ammo maximum. It reloads automatically without you needing to pick up ammo orbs or ammo munitions from the ground. It's automatic, and it has 2 fire modes, right? It has the auto, which is the normal one, and then the secondary is the burst. Let's go over a little bit on the auto side. A critical chance of 25. Let me just. Alright. A critical chance of 25%. Critical multiplier of 2.3. This is per pellet, so it might not look like a lot, the 2.3, but remember this is per pellet, and you already have a 25% chance. And the status is what people complain about, but mind, this is per pellet, and you're shooting right now 7 of them, and with the mods we're gonna put on, it's gonna go through the roof. So this is 9.3 per pellet, so around at least one of your pellets is gonna hit a crit most of the times. Impact of 2, puncture of 13, slash of 19. This is gonna be super important because a mod we're gonna use later on. Just keep this in mind. This gun does slash, so it's incredible for infestation, and it classifies as shotgun. And this is really good or really bad. If you want to go for the best build, this is amazing because we're gonna go for viral, and Toxin is amazing. But if you want to go for something else, well, this is gonna be a pain in the ass because basically, let's say you wanted to put heat on, right? So you put heat on, but now this turns into gas. So you have both of them, but it's not plain heat. What else? This is the secondary fire mode. This is a burst and it's explosive. It has a accuracy of a fire rate of 3.37. What does it mean? It fires 3.37 shots, basically just 3 because it rounds up each time you secondary fire mode is gone. This same thing, and it's a burst, so it's a 3-round burst that causes viral damage. Yep, it comes with the cold element and the toxin element, so it causes viral. Has a fall off of 50%, which is not too bad, especially because of the way we're gonna use this gun, and a range of 7. Status of 27 and impact of 9. Now, how do we want to mod this build? Well, to get straight to the point, this is the build we're gonna have. Alright, now you can switch up tactical pump if you don't want the reload speed. Personally, I feel like this is a huge quality of life improvement because it got nerfed in the past, I think, 2 months, and now it's a little bit slower to reload speed. But with this mod, we can get it up to 0.8 seconds. By the way, reload time 1.9 seconds is the time it takes after you shoot the last round. So you shoot the last round, and then it takes 1.5 seconds for the ammo to start regenerating. We're gonna have Ravage for the critical damage, critical deceleration for critical chance. The fire rate, this is what I mean. I use Wisp, so I don't have to deal with this problem. But if you use another Warframe and you care about fire rate, which you should with this gun, then you might want to swap up one of the mods. Hopefully it's tactical pump, so it's really like you gotta choose what you want, reload speed or fire rate. If I were you, I would choose fire rate over reload speed, because the reload speed without mods, it's not that bad. Point blank, for the extra damage, you can go for the specialized damage mod for like Grenier or Corpus or whatever. Hunter's Munition, this is critical for the Steel Path. You're gonna see why in a second. Frigid Blast for cold and status chance, and the Galvanized mods. Now, we all know the Galvanized mods. Some people love them, some people don't. But Galvanized Cell, it's a must in this gun. It's a must. So it gives you 100% multi-shot and 27.3. This is not maxed out, by the way. It's gonna be I think it's 110 and 30%. And 27.3 multi-shot for 20 seconds. It stacks up to 4. So basically, it's a mod that gives you 200 multi-shot when you kill 4 enemies. Galvanized Saving, 72.7 status chance on kill and 36.4 direct damage per status type. We have 2 status. We have cold and toxin. So this is already a 72.8 direct damage, and it stacks up to 2. So this is basically like almost 150% more damage just by having that. And of course, we get the 72% status chance. Galvanized Acceleration, just another quality of life improvement. It gives you projectile speed and beam length, meaning that the the fall off is going to be much greater, 24.2 to 52.2. Now with the arcanes, we want to go with primary merciless. You will see why in a second. Now let's hop into the Steel Path and I'll show you. Alright boys, before I show you the actual power of this gun, let's go over the basic utility. So first, fire mode. It's a shotgun. This with multi-shot, take that in mind. And if you hold the trigger, there's a fire speed at the moment with this build. Now secondary fire mode. You shoot 3 bursts that burst into the viral damage. Now this strips armor, take that in mind. It's super important. When we kill enemies, we want to go secondary fire mode and then the first one to match them up. And check out the ammo real quick. You see how it regenerates? So right now it's taking 1.9 seconds after I stop firing to start regenerating ammo. Originally it's 1.5. That is really important, and I think you gotta try it out before you can actually see if you want to put the mod in or not. That's what I did. Alright, so now let's see the power of this gun without anything else. I was on level 109. And because we have, you see that was almost a one shot. You see the slash mod, how it's doing damage over time. Almost stole my gun. Alright, it's damage over time, as you can see right there. And if we pop the Wisp ability, which I use for this guy, oh my god, I stole my gun again. The fire mode just goes through the roof, and we can do insane damage. Now we're already gaining the galvanize mod augments. You see that? Secondary fire mode, shot. Secondary fire mode, shot. This is an amazing gun for the master rank, basically. And like I've done level 160 missions, and this gun just does perfectly fine. Like, of course not gonna one shot like it's doing right now, but you're probably gonna get like, see, this is a legendary leech, an Maximus leech, and it was doing alright. So I don't know, man, you guys tell me your ideas down below, but this gun is honestly amazing for the level it is. Now I'm gonna leave you with some footage of the gun, and I think that's it, boys. I'll see you in the next time. This is my first video on this channel, so I mean Warframe video. So let me know what you guys think and improvements I can make, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.